When you keep hearing the same story, maybe it's time to do something to fix it. Or maybe the question is, why are these business owners not doing something about it? From the home base in Brookfield, Wisconsin, welcome to episode number 157 of Inside Connect and Simplify, sponsored by the Benefit Companies. Roger here, human capital management consultant, marketing guy. And I keep hearing the same story, different day scenario. And it's like, business owner, do you really understand how exposed your company is if you don't fix this as soon as possible? Look, and don't give me the quote unquote, if it's not broke, don't fix it position. If you lose that one person at your company to retirement, to a new gig, to health, whatever the case, and you don't have systems in place, you're in triage mode. Here's 3 different companies all in similar spaces with similar backstories, where one key person is tasked with far too much on their plate, and it's an accident waiting to happen. Company A, they're not a current client of ours. We've talked over the years, identified several areas of exposure that they have confirmed they need to fix, but can't seem to make a decision. They have one key employee who has been with the company for 25 years and is the only one who knows how to process several key functions in the spaces of payroll, time off, and open enrollment. This employee is getting close to retirement. They do not have adequate backup for her workload. They are running on several disparate systems, and she is the key to making it all work. She only gets to take off time between payroll cycles. She's on call when she's on vacation. Sounds like a perfectly relaxing time for her while she's trying to unwind, doesn't it? Company B. I just talked with a friend of mine over the weekend, and she had a similar story. She doesn't have backup who can do all the work she does. Trying to block a week of time off to take care of personal family stuff took extreme effort on her part. She was still working on last-minute adjustments the morning she was grabbing her flight out of town. And she had to be on call the whole time she was gone. Again, really enjoying her time off, I'm sure. And then there's Company C. They're a current client, and they have a similar story. The person is tasked with several of the administrative functions. No one else in the company has a clue how these functions get done. Here's the difference with Company C. We gave this client, this point person at the company, his life back. We gave this client a platform that brings their processes into one system. We automated payroll, HR, benefits, and retirement processes, and we integrated them all. I know. When I'm talking, I'm never supposed to talk about what we do or what we did for the client, but rather what the client sees as results and improvements. Okay? Let's talk about that. See if this sounds familiar. Here's your company. You have great employees. Over the last several years with the pandemic and staffing challenges, some of your key people have had to take on additional work because of budget cuts or lack of talent or whatever. Because of the uncertainty in the economy and markets, the budget is tight, or it's non-existent, or there's a hold on raises, bonuses, expenditures, etc. Making changes in processes on the administrative side is painful, or it has been painful in the past. Everything you do on the administrative side, including payroll, HR, benefits, retirement, enrollment, all the paper processes, spreadsheets and documents, and Excel spreadsheets. All of those things are just fine. Really? Or I hear the classic, I'm too busy right now. Look, I have yet to find one prospective client or business owner that has everything on lockdown and everything is just fine. It doesn't exist. I recently spent an hour talking with a controller. He's a friend of mine. He went over everything I asked about all the steps of their processes. And he was feeling good, so he's telling me everything that they do. As we went through each process, we found he had a couple of areas that could use attention. And one glaring issue with his current retirement plan vendors that put him and his company at risk for litigation. So no, it's not, quote unquote, all good. And I talked with another business owner, same type of chat. He walked through and summarized his processes and vendor relationships. He was also in the quote unquote all good space. When we got to his HR processes, specifically his recruiting, hiring, and onboarding tasks, he admitted it was extremely manual for all the hands at his company. And there's over 100 employees, and they had 50 people as part-timers during the summer. His management team was inundated with paperwork. If there was a way to make that more efficient, he wanted to hear about it. So again, all good is all relative, I guess. That next meeting will be eye-opening for him and his management team as we talk about how we might be able to fix that. So here's my position on making changes. And this can apply to more than what we fix for our clients. It can also be said for a lot of changes just in life in general. The excuses of, let's talk in 6 months, or call me after year end, or whatever excuse every salesperson on the planet has heard, those excuses, they all end up here. 6 months later, you still haven't fixed the problem, and you're still no closer to improving your position. In your personal life, if it's working out, or saving for retirement, or fixing your diet, job hunting, it really doesn't matter what the task is. Waiting 6 months or till the first of the year or the next budget cycle is not going to get it done. So I started this podcast, this chat, by saying, do you know how exposed you are if you don't fix this? Whether it's upgrading systems, training additional employees, automating processes, getting compliant, streamlining your information, getting integrated, any of these things. Eliminating or reducing exposure for the company is a sound business practice, and the ROI can be measured not just in dollars, but in improved performance, reduce costs by reducing errors and duplicate work. And now that hits the bottom line. Your CFO will love the results. Your HR team will love how the employees respond to having the best tools to do their best work. And your employees will love having a more hands-on online process to manage their work life. Look, if you were to go ask the guys at Company C, they get it, and they're already seeing the impact of partnering with us for those administrative tasks. Yeah, and we gave one of their guys their life back. So how exposed are you? How many of those, quote unquote, she's been doing this for 30 years and about to retire employees do you have? How many of the, he's the only one who knows how to do that, are there? How many, let me get the reports from Excel and Word and the whiteboard, blah, blah, blah. How many of those moments are you dealing with? Are you ready to make a change? Look, I know change is hard. We can always wait 6 months and then get started if you're not too busy. Let's not do that. Thanks for listening. Be well.
I'm Kurt Otto for the Benefit Companies. Is your business adapting to the energy crisis? Not that one. The human, rather employee energy crisis. For the first time ever, businesses are experiencing 4 or even 5 human generation workplaces rife with cultural differences. You know who thinks professionals working remotely is a great idea? People who don't prioritize productivity. The Benefit Company's human resource technology allows businesses to foster a culture of intergenerational trust, belonging, and ownership. Like it or not, work from home is only the tip of the javelin that is ripping through in the American workforce. The Benefit Company's HR technology will put your business ahead of the curve, helping maximize employee retention, performance, even acute measurement of remote employees. Using HR technology to build cultural networks really works. The Benefit Company's human resource technology is your opportunity to prevent or solve cultural climate change you already see happening in your business. Connect and Simplify. Insource. The Benefit Companies. ConnectandSimplify.com. That's ConnectandSimplify.com.